Are we making a show now?
They're guys. They do magic. They are the Magic Guys.
There we go. Episode 50. Just like Doug's age? No. Doug's only 20.
I'm much wiser than 50, sir. By a full 3 years. I'm now learning true wisdom.
True wisdom. What age does that 60. Start? Wow. Me neither. Jace.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
No, I was just going to say, Jace, man, what are we going to be doing when we're 60?
Drugs.
Here's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be reminiscing like I am right now, going, when I was 30, I thought I knew things. Like you think you know things right now?
I know some stuff.
I'm not
actually
know.
I know like three things.
It's the way it works.
I know like 3 things right now, dude. So
but true
you probably only knew 2 things
at like 59. So I don't even know. Like right now I'm like this. Oh, that's how I am every day. But
I mean,
how is the life of Doug Conn, the content creator and street performer, going?
This week I'm easy breezy. I'm throwing in the towel. I worked hard. I hit a wall, and very happy to be back street performing. So that was being out in the sun this weekend, beautiful weather, kindred spirits, Halloween season. It was like the perfect storm out there. So that was wonderful.
Did you busk on Halloween?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep, spent about 6 hours out there.
You've been doing like a lot of videos of street performing for shorts.
That's coming for sure for the next 6 months.
What I can see, yeah.
Although it looks like we might be moving. This is interesting. We have a reasonably priced house in our radar. So within the next month, there might be a whole different change of scenery to a house.
Good, man. After that story with the landlord, jeez.
This place is horrible. We're in a gated complex. It's not like, it's just you, and it's compact. I'm in a dining room here. It works, but barely. I'd much rather have an office, a space, and then also a home environment that's conducive to maybe shooting some other environments besides my office. It's
nice.
So yeah, I've been aching for change, and it's just coming naturally. I'm manifesting it. It's happening. So back to the street, and now we're moving. It looks like.
That's good, man.
Damn. Yeah. Still in the vicinity.
Yeah, just about 10 minutes further away. Maybe not even that far, but trading up for a house. And this is in
10
this
minutes.
city especially is the rent and really the whole country is insane. It's just insane in America, the cost of living. New Orleans is double that. And fortunately, my wife's boss, an attorney who owns property, is giving us this place at a reasonable rent because he has a soul. So hey, people, homeowners of America, find your soul, please. We need your souls. Thank you.
Wow. He just wants a shout out every day on your YouTube. That's
no,
all.
I mean, he's just a good guy. It's nice, It's nice that he's a good guy.
He just wants a shout out on your YouTube.
Maybe he'll hit me up later. I'll gladly shout him out. Like, he's doing fine though. I don't think he needs my work. I'll tell you, this is a cool thing he gave me. He rides in the parades. I'm tying this into our magic. I'm not going to open this. This is a parade throw. He rides in our Mardi Gras parades. This is a Mardi Gras a Mardi Gras throw. It's a tally-ho back design, but with the Mardi Gras float. So he sent me a couple of those decks over. I'm hoping to get like a brick and maybe do some giveaways of these things. They're like
send me a deck.
Super right, and they're super collectible. Tally ho Mardi Gras throw cards. Great. Yeah, they're cool.
Dang.
I want some Mardi Gras cards.
We'll see. Who knows if Mardi Gras will happen this year? We're still they're talking about doing it in your cars. Like you go to the parade and sit in your car.
Literally.
That doesn't
like
sound
like a drive-in movie
Gras
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Literally doing it in their cars.
Well, I mean, I'm sure people would be in this town, but it doesn't compare. If you've ever been to the Mardi Gras, it's not about sitting in your car. That's for sure.
It's about getting out there and doing it in the streets.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to get back to Halloween for a second, though, Doug. Yeah. When you bust on Halloween, did people throw in candy to your hat instead of money?
I didn't get any candy. No.
What the hell? Those.
You know what I got, which I don't get often? I got $100 bill on Saturday, my last tip of that day, which I was leaving a little early. I was like, "Thank you, sir."
Damn.
I get them, just not regularly, so that was a nice way to end that day.
Was there something you did that you think really tipped it off for him, or were you like?
I think this
Sponge
gentleman
bunnies.
was on some very good drugs and didn't know what he was doing, to be honest with you.
Thank you, New Orleans.
Each of you doing the challenge, or is it just the one of you?
Was
let's bring it up.
Yeah.
Tigger
The other
T,
two are about
what
to
up?
start.
What up? So, yeah, I labeled this episode The Legend of the 365 Challenge because our boy Jace has started the challenge again, ready to... Oh, that was a little soft. Let me do it again. There we go. That's the proper hype we need.
parkour,
He's
baby.
doing it again. Yeah,
Speaking
so
of
it's
scary things.
Yeah, Josh
Halloween-
is starting his 365 next week, he said, right?
Well, I'm
Is that
doing
a
a
thing, too?
reacting... I'm doing a 365 series of reacting to Jason's 365 series.
love
So...
it.
Lazy
So,
ass.
Is that really a thing?
yeah,
Man,
well,
I'm gonna
I mean,
jump on this. I could do reactions of you reacting to Jason.
dude,
It's
that would
It's
be
a natural fit, isn't
that-
it?
that would be so meta, and that would be great.
I'm gonna announce my
But-
365 tomorrow.
But no, this is
You
just
should start a
this is
365, Doug. You do
th-
well.
this is strictly for like our podcast channel. So I'm not, filling up my channel with
get it.
all of reactions. I'm just using our podcast for the people that follow us anyway.
Yeah,
Just
Doug's
watch
whole
me-
channel will just be doing the tutorials and the tricks that I do.
I could do that.
Actually, I think we mentioned this as a joke once before. Like that is probably the way that we can really get the most out of Jason's content. Is you teach the tricks, I react to the tricks.
Okay. I don't know.
Good stuff.
Please, I'll put
For
in
what-
some foolers, man. I'll put in stuff that even the legendary Doug Con couldn't
Dude,
do.
you do shit I can't do. Your handwork is outstanding, especially on those cards. Like I can't touch some of your shit. So here I am cussing about it.
Yeah,
I'm
boys,
loose.
that's right. Well,
I'm
I've got stuff that even
technically in
Josh can't do.
loosey-goosey mode. I'm not-
That trick from day one, man. Josh couldn't do that.
I hope that makes you feel good at night, bro.
It does, bro. It helps me sleep so much easier.
But you're in trouble. Jason's going to comment on how all of it's done. Well, that's fair. You're a producer of our podcast, so you can do that if you
I
want
hope
to.
you do that, man. That'll help. Expose me, baby.
What if someone commented 365 comments on every video for 365 days? That would be another meta thing you could do. That'd be something Bob Possible would do.
I would
reckon.
encourage all viewers to do exactly that if you're watching Jason's comment. Appease the algorithm. He deserves it.
Yeah. That's it, Jason. Wrong answers only. Okay, now we're having fun.
I watched the last video on my television, so I didn't comment on the last one because of that. I was watching you on the big screen right before the podcast. And
Nice.
it's unfortunate that there's not a better way to interact because I think a lot of people do watch YouTube on their TVs nowadays, and you don't get that. It's not easy to like or comment or anything from the television. So, it's an interesting thing to think about.
I do stream my phone to the TV when I'm I'm having breakfast and I want to watch part of a podcast like on the video form. Or it has to be something lengthy. Like I'll never watch a 2-minute video
I'm
because
just
then I
using
got
a
to
smart
change it.
TV. I have an app through the television, so I'm just like boink, boink, boink. So I guess if I had the phone in my hand, I could do the comments and things now, right?
Yeah. What sound does it make, Doug?
Boink, boink. There you go. Work with that, Mika.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to hear.
You understand.
Was
it the boing or the oink?
It's with a K. Boink with a K. Get it right, Maher.
Oink. Got it. When you guys travel, do you use a suitcase or do you use a over the shoulder bag kind of duffel bag thing? Or do you do like a European backpack style when you're traveling?
I usually just go naked.
I'm a
but-
suitcaser. I used to be light and easy, but the older I get, the more crap I need to carry around.
Yeah.
I got like a CPAP machine. I have that. So right off the bat, I'm into a bigger luggage.
So 2 suitcases?
Well, that's medical. So that, that can be carry on for free, but still, it's like, I like to pack it.
So the reason I bring it up is because I traveled last week and I took a suitcase, right? This week, last week I had to do a virtual event, but I had to do the virtual event while I was away at the casino event for the Halloween weekend. So I had to lug all my gear, right? So I actually, luckily my velocity points got me 2 suitcases. And I put my Rodecaster Pro, my camera, lighting, the Stream Deck, all that stuff, and took it with me in its separate suitcase, and it made it there. It made it to Cairns. Great.
Did you carry that on, or did you?
No, I had to check it in, but luckily
are you carrying your Magic on, or?
No, so Magic goes in. Oh God, they would have a field day looking through all the Magic stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So luckily,
all the valuables are trusted with the crazies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
So in my carry-on was like my laptops and my camera, but luckily I still have all the boxing and stuff for the Rodecaster Pro and everything. So it was pretty safe in the suitcase.
Yeah, okay.
So it made it there, which was the main thing, right? Mm-hmm. But then, so the morning of when I'm setting up for this virtual show, I know I've got 2 hours of time to set up. And I can't fucking get the suitcase to open. Like the zip has gotten stuck.
Oh, no.
Like, and at first you're like, yeah, I'll just jiggle it a little bit. But like it moved 10 centimeters and then it was just, I used all of my force, which, come on, let's be honest, is a lot. Right, and it wasn't moving at all. And so now I'm faced with the decision because I got to take this stuff back. So do I destroy my suitcase so that I can do this gig? Like, do I slice it open or...
Yeah.
Like, what do I do? Anyway, I ended up having to slice open my suitcase.
You got to do it. That's what I would have done.
And I explained to the hotel, can you dispose of this carcass of a suitcase because I have destroyed it? And I had to buy a new one while I was there and brought my stuff home in a new swanky suitcase. So, RIP. But the everything went well and everything. But that was like a super stressful moment. It was the worst time for something to go wrong, and it was that I couldn't get the gear out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have seen me. I was like, I just wanted to tear it open.
10 minutes to set up, fellas.
Exactly. Yeah. And shout out to Mika. He was, this event had a lot of people watching. It was like an internal thing. Okay. It was like 250 people watching this virtual show. So Mika came on board as a virtual stagehand, and he was pinning and unpinning the guests who are interacting with the show. So as soon as an effect finished, they would disappear, and it made it really like as a well-oiled machine. It was really nice. Thanks to my boy. I don't think he's watching, but I know you're watching now later on. So thanks, bro.
Good old Mika.
Yeah. He's really, him and Bob Possible seem to be like the recurring magic.
I think from my understanding, they're the two that are really committed to being full-time magicians, right?
I agree. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and they're also like involved with. They are involved with the Magic Guys in some capacity, making videos or posting videos. They're gonna make it. They're gonna make it. I mean, Bob's already doing these shows, and I love that he had. I saw the photo of the parlor show in the street, like in the alleyway. That looked cool as. It's probably the only place he's allowed to perform, but still beautiful. Gutbuster Mike, I would expect nothing less. To travel, I use a garbage bag. Nice. That probably would have been an easier choice for me. Had they let me put that on the plane. Good stuff. So what do you guys, what's the plan this week for you guys?
I have a fun event to chat about. I'm performing for the Academy of Magical Awards. That's not it. It's the Magic Castle's virtual luncheon on Friday. I'm there. I'm going to do a virtual show.
Oh, shit.
Which, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully it's will be used as a virtual audition. My suggestion was that Jack Goldfinger watch it. Hey, Jack, watch the show because they're not paying anything because it's only the Magic Castle. But is the clout worth it? Yeah, because far be it for me to ever get my act together enough to send them a professional rehearsal. So I'm going to do Steve Martin on them and show up and be so good I can't be ignored, and then they'll just invite me out there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
I think that'd be great.
I'm surprised
you haven't. I'm surprised you haven't been in there earlier.
It was really on the exact radar the beginning of COVID. Literally, like that year, it was happening for sure. So just a couple years later, maybe better timing.
Yep. Meanwhile, Jace, do you want to give us a tech review of the GoPro 10?
All right, guys.
Give us a look.
Thanks for tuning in to Jason's tech review series, the series where I review tech. In this episode, the GoPro Hero 10. What do I think of the GoPro Hero 10? I think it's another GoPro, except it's the 10. It's number 10. And what makes this better than, say, like the 1? You ever seen the 1? No, you haven't, because that was like too long ago. I don't even know if that exists anymore. It's like a relic. The 10. This thing takes video, which is crazy. And
you take questions, sir? Is this a
yeah, please.
Is it wireless? Does this thing have Wi-Fi capability, or
you actually have to plug an extension cord into it and run it through a wall, which is fine, but no, yeah, it's completely wireless. Of course, it's wireless.
but to transfer to, say, you could transfer the footage to your iPhone if you wanted.
You could. You could transfer it directly from this to your iPhone.
Great.
Via the Bluetooths or the interwebs.
Love it.
This thing actually has an ability. You probably don't know this, but wirelessly, you can go live on YouTube with this, right?
Oh,
that's dope.
It also has a 91% higher resolution than 4K. It can film in 5.3K.
What? That sounds made up. You're just making.
No, I would not lie about. I would not lie about the number of pixels per per frame, man. Would you think I would lie to you about something that's so serious?
5.3. No one's buying it, Jason.
Look,
you can at least round it up to 5.4. That's believable.
Come on, focus.
5.3.
Boom, 5.3K.
That's selling it right there. Looking at that video through the video.
I love watching I love watching 5K in 720p.
How weird is that? That's pretty trippy.
Yeah, nice.
How far can we take this? Can I get my phone camera out too? That shit. Now it's meta.
Look at that. No, go. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That was
no. It was.
Well, I look forward to seeing it in the vlogs. In the vlogs. And you were saying, I don't think you just mentioned then, but did you mention it has a front-facing camera?
Yeah, look at that.
To the viewers.
On the front, man.
So for those who are in the GoPro land, you'll know how life-changing that is, because now you can set up your shot and you can see it, as opposed to
for those
to
who are in
guessing.
the videos game. Like if you make videos at all, a front-facing camera is amazing. The fact that it's like a front-facing camera on such a small little device is insane to me. And it still has the back-facing camera. So look at that. Literally, like
yum.
It's good.
What's up, guys?
It's good.
What's up, guys? Jason Mother McChicken here.
Welcome to
in
the
5.3K.
Made up. I'm not buying that still.
Yeah.
You know what, Doug? I need you to buy it, man. Take out $700 cash.
4K is even just unwieldy still.
Yeah, 4K is like a resolution that is already high enough, right? Like you don't need anything better than that.
I don't think you need that even. It's just the file sizes are so huge. Maybe if you're doing a super important project, but for the general like daily work, it's still unwieldy.
You know, my dad is a cameraman for the news, and he owns a camera that shoots in 10K.
Yeah.
But the reason why they do that is so that if you're shooting like a soccer match, you can zoom all the way in and it still be in 4K.
Right. Yeah, that's something that I do like about using this little sucker. Actually, you guys probably don't know this, but all the videos that I've taken for those things have been pretty much done on this.
Okay.
Is that the Sony? Or the
G7X, that camera I told you guys you should get because it's portable.
Yeah.
It's the portability of this thing that is so great.
I took my camera out with the phone this weekend, and it's unwieldy to carry more than one device. Really, I'm expecting.
That's why I like these, man. You can slip these in your pocket, and you don't even you just forget they're there sometimes.
I'm hoping the iPhone 13 is the whole package. You know, I mean, the 11's pretty good. It's a little bit behind the curve, I think, right now. So having the upgrade will be nice. But yeah, I don't think I'm taking the camera out again. Like, no, I had Connor there this weekend on my own. No way. It's too much. The Canon, at least, I think, with the big tripod I need for this.
Well, I can definitely say that.
Yeah,
I can definitely say that I carry around these two here the most, right? And instead of carrying around like an actual tripod, like I say, I just use this thing here. Yeah. So everything's like pretty self-contained. But also when I've got my busking gear, I've got a box, so I can just go in there very easily. Yeah, so it's neither here nor there.
Oh.
But so it's not affecting me at all. I seem to be feeling pretty inconsequential about carrying this stuff around.
Great.
But also, my YouTube channel, it's kind of funny. You'll see later because I'm 6 days ahead in the 365. Just for anyone that's wondering, I've already been doing this for over a week. I've already been making the videos for over a week, and and the thing is that there was a day where I was like, I'm going to make a tutorial. I was like, I still want to teach people stuff, and you'll see when that video comes out. But man, I hated making that video. Like I freaking hated it. I was like, by the end of it, I was watching it back and I was like, this is boring. Like, this is not interesting. This sucks. Like, I don't want to look back on this in 20 years and be like, oh yeah, I remember I taught that. Like it's just stupid.
Come to the bright side, Jason.
My channel's definitely taking on a life of its own, where the videos are really just more for me than viewers. Like these 365 videos are, if they don't get many views or if people don't like them or whatever, it's no skin off my nose. I don't really give a shit. They're really just for me. I want to look back on the whole thing in a year and be like, I remember doing all that.
I think that's one of the keys to being successful at this is to do it for you.
Yeah,
really. I mean, really, if you're trying to make someone else happy all the time, you're going to end up unhappy probably. So, yeah.
And if someone's basing it on views or whatever, then they're not going to be happy if they're making a video that's about their family and stuff, and if people are just wanting to see a reveal video or whatever. If you're happy with your content either way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Which I've had to do because, mine are not viral. So thank God I enjoy making them.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? It's just making
Glad
content.
I hit that rim shot.
Making content is hard enough. You know what I mean? Like I see it all the time with people that do like tutorial channels where they just fade off into nothingness. And whilst I don't mind doing them, I guess I just certainly don't like it. Like, it's just not, editing them is so freaking boring. You're just listening to yourself drone on about, so just put your fingers here, and it's like, oh, come on.
Yep.
There was a point where I was doing them and I was trying to make them interesting. I was trying to do like, little jokes and stuff and try to make them interesting. And I didn't mind doing that, but even that was still like, it was a lot of effort to just, to try and do that, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't really like it.
Yeah.
Kids.
Have you guys ever done a promotional photo shoot of yourselves? Headshots, I think they are called. You want a signed autograph? Is that where you?
I feel like this is a joke incoming.
I went to a mall back in the 90s. They had a place called Glamour Shots back when I had hair like Josh, where it wasn't all gone yet. And they went in there and put makeup on me and dolled me up, and I'm there trying to look. I can remember getting that headshot done. That was my last one I ever really got professionally done. Back when I was trying to be a market myself. So yes, I have there.
So would you say you were a bit of a dragon back in your day?
I did well with the boys in the French Quarter, if that's what you're asking.
So you'd say that you're a dragon?
Oh, I thought you said drag. Oh, baby, never mind.
I was saying like dragging these nuts.
I avoided that.
Oh boy. So it's safe to say you may be due for an updated headshot, Doug.
No, now people say, Doug, you got a headshot? I go, yep. Boink, there you go. Zap it over. What hat am I going to wear? I put a different hat on.
Suggestion for your challenge, no jokes.
Just
joke challenge.
You know, I feel like
I understand that he's saying like I should get headshots done on the challenge, but it just sounds like he's like, just a suggestion for your challenge. Don't make jokes, all right? You're not funny.
Before we leave this headshot topic, I'd like to hear the professionals answer. Mr. Norbito, when's the last time you had some professional photography done? Probably like last week or something like that.
I just came from a shoot actually. No, it was pre-pandemic. I'm due for some. I haven't had them done since AGT, so like it's been 2 years. Right. Slightly less hair than back then, so I should get a new one.
Yeah, I have noticed that you're still using the same photos of yourself there, bud. I'm like, you need to update that because it's not an accurate representation of who you are at all.
I'm just trying to beat Doug on the glamour shots. You know, I'm gonna wait 20
years. I was bald by the time
I
was like 25. I was like totally bald by the time I was 25. I was shaving my head. So you're doing much better than I ever was.
You know, I found this hilarious.
Hold on. I'll be back. Let me go I have that picture. I'll be right back.
Okay. You know, Jace, I did
everybody.
You know the one cruise ship I did like 2 years back or whatever?
Yeah, the one that you hated.
Well, I enjoyed that, but I hated the experience of the next one, which is why I never did them after that. But anyway, there was a hypnotist on there, and he's 50, right? And he showed me he showed me a photo, and I'm like, "Who's that?" And he's like, "Oh, that's me. That's
my promo shot."
yeah. And it was him from when he was 25. It was.
Could you imagine that? Imagine being the client that hired him. Expecting this young 25-year-old to roll in, and it's just this 80-year-old dude.
That's a bad picture. Is
that you? What the heck?
Let me bring it up.
Jeez.
I mean, that's a Xerox copy.
You know who you look like in this photo, Doug? You look like Carl Hine.
Brainiac with my huge forehead, trying to sprout my hair out.
You look like Carl Hine. You know. The creator of the Heinstein Shuffle.
Is that what the Magic Castle is going to be using?
Carl Hine, everybody.
Maybe I should go back to this look.
Creator of the False Riffle Shuffle.
Nice. So not true. What are you talking about?
The Doug Stein Shuffle.
Look, I love me some Carl Hines, but
you look like him. You know what's funny is I was doing street shows in Brisbane, and I met Carl. Because he watched my show. He was like watching my street show. It's quite funny.
He's a very smart magician, and he does some great work.
He's got some great technical skills, that's for sure.
Absolutely. You know,
people
get referred to his version of the truffle shuffle now, just because it's the only resource to learn it that's commercially available. But I would suggest Ben Earl's study, the Gray Shuffle, and the original truffle shuffle is the best one still. So I don't.
His Gray Shuffle. I've watched the Gray Shuffle on his download series, but I never seem to get it quite down pat. And from memory, that one still requires a cut afterwards or a second shuffle. I can't remember. Maybe I'm wrong.
But you don't have to. You know, that's the way Delgadio taught it, but you don't have to cut it.
Okay.
My name is Derek Delgadio. This summer.
Yes. Bald Andy Gladwin. Nice, Patrick. So is that the picture that you sent to the Magic Castle for this luncheon?
No, but I am going to use that one on retrospect.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be this is me.
You know,
I just sent him whatever's on my website. That's what I said.
There's a place here in the Chermside Shopping Center, and it's a place built for selfies. I don't know if they have these.
That's what this was in the mall. It was glamour shots for girls.
Right.
But they rarely have a dude go in there, but I didn't have a place to go get a picture at the time. So I'm like, let me go do this. You know, back in the 90s, it wasn't like now. You had to go through a whole process. You had to develop the photo, actually. There wasn't printing.
This particular one, this place in particular, I should just go in there and make content, but it's basically made for content creators because it's not like a screen and you pick a filter or whatever. It's like actual backdrops set up. There's like 20 of them. One's a diner, one's like a retro thing. Okay, I take it.
Do they have makeup artists there for you? I'm sure they do.
That I don't know. I'm not. No, I don't think so.
Is it a self-service? Is it a self-service situation? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. I see.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, it's like a certain fee if you're like a small business wanting to hire it out and make content with like all the different things that because they're all set up. Like it's like a walkthrough thing. It's like putt golf. It's like, all right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one.
Your event. You might bring this to your company banquet for people to have memorable photos or something like that.
Wish Josh would invite me to his company banquet.
Yeah. This is an actual store. Like you go into the store, like an arcade. Think of like an arcade or whatever.
Okay.
But so you walk in, you pay your $10. Bless you.
Yeah, I had to turn my mic off because I was getting fucked up. Man.
I've never seen more than 3 sneezes in a row. That was hectic.
Well, for me,
for anyone.
It's not that
my sneezes are uncontrollable. Like once they start, I'm cooked, man. I'm done. I have to just, wait until I can survive it out, tough it out. It's rough.
I can relate.
Well done. Well done.
It's rough, man. I hate it. It gets real troublesome when I start not being able to breathe.
Well, I had a show. The first set I did Saturday, I managed to cough up some kind of loogie onto my hand that I could not get off myself. It was one of the most awkward scenarios I've been in the recent in recent memory. It's just like this. And I look and it's on my hand. I wipe it on my pants and I come back up. It's still on me. So I wipe it on my other hand on my pants.
It's just rolled around to the other finger. You're like, what
the cat in the hat, the green slime that just kept multiplying. The more you move it, it's just getting bigger and bigger.
Good trick. You should do that in your next show.
Hey, that dude tipped me $20. I know he saw it. Like this guy standing right in front of me. I know he's seeing this,
that bogey.
this loogie. Maybe it was a mercy 20. He's like, this guy's gonna need the help.
Look at this poor idiot. can't even wipe a booger off his hand. Idiot. I'll help him
At what point do you throw in the towel on the third wipe when it's still there? Do you just be like, I give up, folks. I got this situation I can't deal with and forget about it.
I mean, you just got sometimes in life you just got to accept things the way they are. You're just like, all right, well. This booger is a part of me now.
It's like a $40 show. It was the first one of the day. So.
This booger is a part of me now. And
it was. It's probably still on my pants.
And the sooner you accept that, Doug.
No, really. It's probably still on my pants. If you want, I'll go get my pants. We can look at that too.
I would love nothing more,
Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge fan of Doug's pants.
Pants stains.
Well,
right.
There aren't many things that make me happy, but Doug's pants.
Yeah, baby. Meanwhile, I can maybe show Doug a bit more of what I mean by this photo lab thing. So selfie lab. So this is like one of the rooms, for example. You go in, there's like lots of balls, and then go through.
Trust you to be in a room full of balls.
Okay, then I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So they've got all these different rooms that you can take content in. And
got it now. Total different mind space of what I was thinking. Yeah, I get it. Vegas had places like that, I'm sure. I seem to recall something like that in New Orleans recently. They call it like an art gallery, maybe, where it's a selfie gallery.
That's a good one. That's a clever name.
Selfie gallery. I think that's what they called it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, man, that sounds cool. I could probably use that actually.
Oh, you know what? This is coming back to my memory now. Jimmy's saying they had one like this on Magic for Humans, and I remember that now. It was like they called it the influencer episode or something like that, where they had influencers come in, take photos in these different rooms, and then he predicted like who would take photos where, holding what, and that kind of thing. I'm with you.
I have yet to watch all of those Magic for Humans. I should do that so I can steal some of his material for my shorts.
I never really got into it either. I never really watched the Magic for Humans either.
Well, it's surprising that recently I've not been enthusiastic about watching Magic on TV. Like Fool Us, I haven't been keeping up with that. I did watch the girl you spoke of. Honestly, I thought her performance was extremely weak.
That's what I said.
Oh, let's talk about
what I said.
Okay.
I
said it was extremely weak, but her creativity was amazing.
Yeah.
Like the fact that
I didn't find it super weak. I didn't find it that weak, like in order to say weak, but I would say, yeah, it looked like someone who's not a working pro, but it didn't I enjoyed
Plus,
it.
what?
And
She's 16, right? That's so young. Like,
yeah,
she's still just a kid, but it's
the creativity off the chain. Off the chain.
Yeah, her
Especially to
creativity is
do-
on another level, right? Like it's
Yeah,
the chick
was
clearly got some skills.
especially to do it twice with the cutout.
yeah, that end one fooled me. I guess they gave her the
Nice.
trophy for that end one. I don't know if that was deserving, but at the end, I was like, yeah, I don't know. Fooled me too, I guess. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, very
Well,
nice.
you know, it is called Penn and Teller's Fool Us, not Penn and Teller's Fool Us, but I didn't really like your trick, so you're not getting a fucking trophy.
They just I saw on Facebook yesterday, Brent Braun was posting they're going to season 9. So if you have an interest, pony up. I'm going to send in a couple things.
Come on, dog. You can do it.
I don't foresee them ending the series soon. Maybe I'll go on there and do a ball and vase routine or something.
Yeah. I'll try till I get it or they stop.
Bill and lime ball and vase routine, something like that. Can't go wrong with that, man. Imagine that. Oh, I'll be famous. You know what I'm saying?
Doug for
Seriously,
president.
you know what I'm saying?
That's all I got to say.
Oh no, I don't do politics.
Have you guys
What
ever
about you,
done?
Josh? You gonna go on there?
My
That's from
stuff's not
Blockheads
filling, I don't
again.
think. Have you guys done Blockhead? I've never done
Dude, that would
it
be an
myself.
interesting presentation for Blockhead. The Blockhead nail gun.
Yeah, goes out the back of your head.
Or you know what it
Whoa.
would be actually maybe is a good effect. Maybe you preset with Blockhead. So you
Did you ever
pre-show
get-
Blockhead. Then
did
you
you
take
ever
the
get
nail
tested
gun
for
out and
COVID,
go,
Josh?
"Pow!" and pull the nail out. So
Yeah,
Blockhead
but not
is
with a
the-
nail.
No,
Well,
but that's essentially Blockhead, though. That's Blockhead.
Sure.
I used to do Blockhead.
Yeah, I used to do it too when I was younger.
I think it's a rite of passage for most buskers. You must learn Blockhead.
Yeah,
Did you eat
you
fire?
stick a
Did
nail
you
in your
ever do
head.
that?
Or
I did that.
you do it with all kinds of shit.
That's sketchy.
You have a rolled up card and you just shove it into your nose. That's a good one. You ever
Oh,
done that?
that's a bit messed up.
I never
yeah, it's
felt comfortable doing it. I never put it in the show, but I did it.
Yeah,
I
I
never
know.
felt like I'd want to be doing that on the street.
I don't like it either. It's the same as doing thread. You know, like, well, it's not the same actually. Blockhead's a bit worse, but thread is the same thing where it's like you have to put something in your eye, and I'm like, I'm not really about that.
I
Not
watched-
about that life.
Yeah, you got to really
unless you're
commit to it.
closing with it, it's useless and it's a bad close. So it's like, eh.
Rudy Kobe,
With due
I
respect
watched.
to the blockheads of the world.
Yeah, Rudy Kobe teaches it in his lecture. I mean, not that there's a lot to teach, but he showed it and stuff, and he's like, and you always know when you take the nail out, if there's a bit of blood on the end, then you went too far. Like, great, goody,
Thanks, bud. Yeah, like, thanks, bro. I needed to.
bloody hell.
Just remember, if you're bleeding, you probably made a mistake. So.
You know,
Yeah.
a good gag I don't see a lot of guys do that's kind of related is the
that's
nail with the nickel, where you stick a nickel to your forehead and then you take
Oh,
the
yeah.
nickel off and there's a nail sticking out of the end of the nickel.
That's funny.
It's a
Oh,
great
that
bit.
one. Yeah, that is
That's
a
scary.
good trick. I always
Bob,
forget about that trick, but
We
whenever
make
I
a
see it, I'm
to-do-
always happy I
to-do
use it.
note for TikTok.
So this would actually be a decent effect. What Jimmy's describing, he meant you put the nail in and then you blow it out like a nail gun, like.
Oh.
Nice.
So like you put the nail in and then
You
you
can
blow
use
it out like a
the
nail
line.
gun.
Boom, and it goes. Doof.
And it just kills someone, just impales a small child's head. That would
Yeah.
be a
Better
killer
watch out if I
finish.
sneeze, I'm gonna nail your ass to the wall.
See what I did there? A killer finish. Get it?
Killer
I'll
finish.
see myself out.
This is good. Good creativity.
I still
Now,
like the idea of preloading it and then using that secretly. I think that would work well with the nail gun. Pretend to just
Preloading what, sorry?
shoot it in there.
Preloading what, sorry?
Preloading the nail. So pre-show, put the nail in your face, then come out with the nail gun, go pow, 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 and then go pow. All right, there it is.
Boom.
nice. Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
Hecklers beware. Oh yeah, dude. Hecklers suck.
Mm.
Now,
If you
hecklers make
die,
your show. I reckon.
you did it
Need a good
wrong.
heckler. Need a good heckler to have a good show.
It depends. Like I don't get
Agreed.
hecklers, but
Right, that's because you're a sweet old man.
yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
So it depends on the character.
See, I'm at the.
Mm.
You know, I know that when I was in my early 20s, I used to get hecklers all the time, right? and I know it was because I was young enough that they thought they could pick on me and get away with it, right?
Right.
And then now that I'm 30 and I look kind of, I'm like a big stocky white dude with friggin' hair everywhere.
They don't want to screw with you.
I very rarely get hecklers. Yeah, they very rarely do it. And the people that try,
control your space. That's when people ask me, how do you deal with hecklers? I'm like, well, you control your space. You just
got to be the master of it. Master of your own space.
And some people invite hecklers, right? Some people control their space by inviting hecklers into the show, and that's part of the skit. Like, a guy like Gazzo would work off that just wonderfully. He thrives with the situation.
I think the older we get, the more authoritative we show, which is exactly what you're talking about. And even me, like, I'm probably more soft-spoken when I'm performing, but I'll still call out things that are happening early on, and then therefore, it doesn't carry on further than that. But hecklers are so much fun, especially roving, because that makes the magic.
I got to do the small balls joke. Someone called someone in my show, what has small balls and hangs down? A bat. What has big balls and hangs up? You just hang up on them. Yeah, I got to do that joke. It was so funny. It was my favorite part too is that it was an obvious joke bit, right? But the guy on the other end of the phone was the rudest motherfucker I've ever spoke to in my life. So when I got on the phone,
my friend, you asshole.
Yeah, I said, what are you doing calling someone in my show? And no one could hear him, obviously, but I could hear him. And he's just like, shut the fuck up, you loser. And I was like, whoa, all right, buddy. You know, it has small balls and hangs down. And he's like, you fucking idiot. And I was like, it has big balls and hangs up. Click, and hung up on him. It was it was a satisfying moment for me to actually hang up on that guy because he was it was just so over the top.
Wow.
But yeah,
it
worked out well. Ended up getting a few 50s. Yeah, it was a good day. A few $50 notes. My best friend has a few different versions of that. Yeah, I got a few different versions of it too. I do one where if it's a girl calling one of the female friends, I just say, I go, it's basically, it varies from person to person, but usually it's just like, you can't talk to her right now. She's busy. She's dancing in the middle of the mall. Look, oh my God, she just took the bikini off. You can hear the crowd roar. And then you make the crowd clap into the phone. And then you hang up.
Nice.
That's a good one.
And now she has to explain that later when she gets home.
I love our friend Kerry, Nigel, the memory guy. Yeah. So there's a clip of him explaining. So when he's emceeing an event, because he'll facilitate events a lot. That's a lot of what he does. And because he's really good at memorizing the scripts for the day, because normally he'll memorize like 300 people's names in a room. He can actually memorize just lots of shit. But there's a clip of him.
Love that so much.
Yeah. So he gets amazing. On when he opens up a conference. This particular video is like all guys, right? And he's wearing this hat, and he got this ridiculous looking jester hat, and he goes, "This is the." I'll just make up a name. So he's like, "This is the phone hat." Okay, if you're caught during this conference with your phone ringing, you can either wear this hat for the rest of the day until the next person's phone rings, or you can donate $50 to the charity of your choosing. So then he goes, so obviously for the next 2 days, the objective is to call your mates and hope their phone rings.
That's pretty fun. That's fun.
So the way he delivers it is like, I'm telling you the rules, but let's make fun of it and try to get your friends' phones to ring. It's good. It's good shit. But so that's that. So in a conference setting, it can be really annoying if someone's, presenting and then everyone's phone is going off every 2 seconds.
All right. Which one of you? Is that you, Susan? I told you. Didn't I tell you, Susan? Give me that phone. Give me that phone.
Yeah. You could
Susan's
have
my hero. Every time I see that woman, she's with a different man.
You could have phone roulette ready to go just in case that happens, like as a backup trick. So if the phone rings, you go straight into, all right, we're going to put your phone in this envelope. We're going to mix it up with the others. Here's a hammer. So, go straight into that.
You could do that. You could do the hammer routine. I don't, I'm not really a fan of roulette routines, if I'm honest. There's only one that I like, and that's the smashed and stabbed one with the spike, but not using a spectator's hands,
I agree.
Especially after you see that video where he's got the news anchor. He just stabs her.
Oh,
and then he
that's
pulls
the
it out of her
worst.
hand and quickly hides it behind his back.
It is
Have
not
you seen
good.
that video?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
so funny
it is
that he,
not
like,
good.
it's like he tries to hide it like no one will notice.
Ugh.
That was my favorite part.
The Magic
Shit.
Castle has banned that trick.
Oh, for good reason, man. Like,
Yeah,
you I mean, truthfully, everyone that does it always just, I can't believe they use a spectator. It's bizarre to me that they do that.
There should be zero chance of getting injured if you're doing that. Like, if there's a real spike involved, the spectator stand should be nowhere near this.
I won't, I don't mind if you guys see this here, but just because the trick is, everyone knows how it's kind of done anyway. But I had these made. So this is a little white hard plastic hub that spike slots in there, right? And if you put these at the bottom of a styrofoam cup, they're practically invisible. But it's impossible for me to accidentally spike my hand. So that's what these do.
Not good enough.
Never say never.
For me.
Well, you say not good enough, but the other thing that I do as well when I perform the routine is I make sure that I put the cups over them first, right? So, I'm explaining how the routine's going to go. And then what I do with this, like if I do have a spectator on stage, they're not using their hand for the spike at all, but I get them to help me tape the cups down, right? So the cups are now taped to the platforms. You're doing this with comedy and all that sort of stuff, which means now there's no way for someone to pick the cups up, move them around, or like look in there. Oh, there's a thing in there and take it out because they're taped down, right? So yeah, I take all those precautions when I'm doing my routine of this. And as a result, I have never once.
Yeah, I know guys do it. Tom Frank swears by that routine too. It's in his working repertoire.
It's a good routine. I mean, if you do it, yes, if you're not stupid about it. The other thing is that people always do this dramatic slap down like this. But if you actually place your hand on top of the cup and then push fast, it's not going to be able to impale you anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point there. So yeah,
I would say
using those two things, the cup, and I would like to see a third fail safe. But
like that method looks like 99.9% safe.
Yeah.
Like there's the 1% weird moment where that thing could maybe fall out and just in just some random way, like just come loose.
Or pivot, or on the 100th show it pokes through.
No,
you never know.
Never happen.
Yeah, you never know. It'll never happen. It'll never happen because you never do that routine anymore.
Oh, I do it every time I do any kind of gig. I do it. I do that routine.
Any kind of gig.
Any gig that requires me to perform on like a stage
like
type
a good
setting.
audience. You get 10 minutes out of that, right?
Yeah, it's a good routine. Yeah, you can drag it out for a bit.
The moment I saw Darren Brown stab himself, I'm like, "Yep, this trick is
yeah, like
not safe."
Like what the hell? Even Darren Brown screwed it up. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
God,
The trick's out. No one's doing that anymore.
Yep. Bye. Because what's ironic is he was showing clips of people stuffing it up, like in his show. Like that was one of the bits for showing.
Here's Bob's comment with the 1%. Put this up.
Okay, here we go.
So
Narrate that
what
for
you
us.
do, Bob. You sue Murphy's Magic. That's what I suggest.
I broke a tooth performing hook recently. I accidentally bit the hook with a molar and it totally broke a chunk out.
Dude, how are your teeth so brittle that you're like cracking teeth and losing bits of teeth every time you do anything? You're just like, I smiled today and half my teeth fell out.
Some of us did not have good childhoods with teeth. My first tooth chipped when I was 18. I was eating an apple and my tooth chipped. That began a sequence of unhealthy teeth that lasted my adult life. There's my story.
I'm pretty lucky that I've never had. I don't even have anything so much as a cavity. I have nothing wrong with my teeth.
Some of it goes back to parents, though, where maybe you're a child that doesn't have control or the wherewithal that maybe stay ahead of that, and it gets too bad too fast, and now you have to deal with it as an adult.
Our buddy Christopher Wayne, he after doing well with the Naked Magicians, got some nice fancy new teeth in. But before they put them in, they have to put these temporary ones in. And he He was doing
That's
hard.
not just. And I'm not going to say it. Keep going.
Yeah. He was doing his rope routine, and when he does his rope routine, he puts the rope in a knot, and then he holds one end to pull it. And he did that on stage for a corporate audience, and his front 2 teeth broke because they were these temporary ones. And so now he's just left in this moment with like half a set of teeth, like top teeth, and it was like he's like it was so messed up. But only really he knew that it happened, and the lady on stage. But god damn it, like
Mountain Dew in the baby bottle. Yes, that's right.
That'll do it, Jimmy. That will that'll soften them.
No, well, just saying.
Yeah. Anyway, teeth are
Yeah, there's some good advice.
We need them.
Your teeth. They don't last forever if you don't take care of them good.
Mm. Yeah.
And don't do hook.
Yeah.
I haven't done hook yet, but it's not. I don't think it's something that I'll do as like a regular worker. But I would like to actually.
A Halloween piece. That's a good piece. I remember.
I'd like to get a video of me doing it.
That is a tense moment with that trick, right? Like almost.
I always think I get that it's like pretty fail-safe proof, but what if it just snagged one time? Right? What if
That's how I feel about the spike trick.
Yeah.
That 1%. That's what I said. Put it up there. It's the 1%.
Or what if you go into a sneeze fit and you accidentally swallow the damn thing?
That'd be cool. You just die. Like you're just dead. That'd be good as.
If you're looking to create spooky, freaky drama, get Hook. There's about 5 people on the planet that should be doing that trick, though. Bob, you might be one of them, actually.
Oh, man. So today in Australia is Melbourne Cup Day.
Ooh,
it's a big horse race that everyone gets dressed up for and bets money on and stuff and goes out during the day. And that's why I'm half dressed up because I am performing at one of the like hotels here.
So you said Melbourne
at lunchtime. Yeah,
you'll be a house magician for the Melbourne Cup festivities. That's what you're doing today.
Yeah, even though
you're going to hang out with the rich people and drink expensive liquor and eat good food. Is that what you're doing?
Half
really
of that.
All Josh ever does, man.
That's what goes on at those joints. I know those things. I've been to a few of those shindigs.
Well, this one is for regular folk, really. It's like everyone just leaves work for those couple of hours and goes to a place to watch it and.
It's interesting.
Have a nice
Tuesday
meal
there, huh?
It's always a Tuesday during the day, like lunchtime.
Oh.
And and everyone will like people at work will do like a sweepstake where they'll all put in like $5. Okay. They'll pick a random horse.
So it's just kind of a break from the norm for everyone to kind of enjoy for a while for the day.
Yeah. But this week is weird. I know a few magicians that are doing corporate gigs and stuff, particularly the first week of November is very busy. All of a sudden, like this week, I'm doing six events, like 6 clients events. Like,
I'm doing 20 events.
That's what I mean. Everyone's busy this first week in November. And so it's a good time to be allowed to perform properly and capitalize on it.
Man, Doug's street performing. I never thought I'd see the day where you got back out there, man. I'm glad that you're out there doing it again.
So I call it street performing, but I'm really just capturing magic moments. That's what I'm just trying to do.
Magic.
It is.
Moments.
That's the focus now.
What can I share? For me, the magic, the shows and the people and the crowds and the earnings are still my go-to thing.
There's a few times this weekend for sure where I totally forgot the camera was there, and I'm like, time to get it. But
I think that's how you should treat it, though, right? You should forget the camera's there. Like even though you're filming, you should.
Yeah, but if it's almost impossible with new material. Like it's almost if you're trying to like.
You're specifically trying to capture certain tricks.
There's a couple things I brought out. Like I posted the stripper deck. I knew that day. I'm like, this will play. I can do it in a minute. And how am I going to capture it? Well, it's not like I had 20 tries, right? I got a few tries to get this thing right, and I got to be aware of the camera when I'm doing it. I got to direct this person to act quickly and do the trick, expediently. And try to be entertaining at the same time while getting everything in frame.
It was a good bit. Yeah, I enjoyed watching it too. You were like, you used the hurry up and take your timeline, I think. So
yeah, she was like, I'm going to goof around. Right off the bat, I could tell she wanted to be a part of the show. And I'm like, that's not what this trick's about. You'll have your chance in a minute. And actually, I posted on the Discord. If you're on my Discord, I posted the 3 minutes that follows that, which is my multiple selection and card to wallet. So if you haven't joined the Discord yet,
that's a reason to. Yeah. That's a reason to check out the Discord.
Bonus content. Someone asked about my card to wallet, and I'm like, well, here, this is what the rest of that moment looked like.
Nice.
Yeah. I did card to wallet.
That's a great trick.
Instead, I just do card to mint box. You can get this at Murphy's Magic. www.murphy.
Speaking of Murphy's, have you seen this balloon that comes out of your mouth? Bob mentioned the balloon swallow. Have you seen, or do you have the reverse one?
I don't have the reverse one, but my understanding is that it's.
Maybe don't say the mythic, but
it's yawnable.
I've seen it performed like on America's Got Talent by that guy. That Japanese guy did it amazingly, but I've never seen it as a product. But I've definitely seen it done, and it looked. The first time I saw it, I was like, "What is happening?"
For me, who had was it David Stone that had he was promoting someone's solution where he reproduced the balloon from his
stomach.
It could also come out from the pants. Unzip the pants and do that thing.
Yeah, Jason and I saw him teach that at his lecture. But this clip, it's a famous Japanese guy that does a lot of.
It looks like you.
It looks great.
Regurgitate the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just curious about it. I think it's a good visual.
Is it actually a product?
It's coming out. I think I saw it in pre-release. I think so. I don't know.
Okay. Damn.
Sometimes Jason has access to secret things we don't know about, so I thought he might have seen it.
Ah, gotcha. It's the right thing for that effect. You do it at the start of the show, and then you do it again at the end of the show. I think that's a nice tie-in. Because
I think in theory, just vanishing and stopping there is a weird moment for people to deal with. It's gone.
Because any time I've ever done that, people would just want to know where it's gone, And
I think Michael Caine explains this in The Prestige. When you vanish things, you need to bring them back.
And then they're not looking for him anymore. Yeah, and
he knows everything. Michael Caine.
What'd be cool is
my magic advice.
If you're doing a duo act, then one person can swallow it, the other person can bring it back.
Nah, cool, I like the idea that the balloon's just gone and they ask you about it at the end of the show. I like that.
Well, that's what counts, is what Jason thinks. So
I'm working on a version where you reproduce it during a large amount of flatulence, but that's still in the works.
Whoa.
Yeah. It takes practice. We're getting there.
So the balloon comes out popped, and then all the air follows. Is that what you're describing?
Something like that. The problem is when it flies off, it leaves a smell in its trail that I haven't figured out how to correct yet. I'm changing my diet, but I think you're sensing this is
freaking disgusting.
Wow. This is probably advice for Bob Possible. So when you're doing your duo show, Bob, you put your butts together and you get it to come back through the other person. This is messed up.
Kind of like
but effective passion.
Kind of like a human centipede type thing, but with the balloon, right? It goes through you, then collectively goes through your butts, and then it comes out the other guy's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
These are the moments I hope we have every time I get on this podcast.
That's what we're talking about. Nice.
This is called theory crafting, and this is how good magic is created.
There's no bad ideas when we brainstorm, fellas. No bad ideas.
That's it. Well, that's probably the right note to leave it on. The episode on. What do you guys think?
Great.
Yeah, butt stuff.
All right, hit the end. Go. No. Push the button, man. You should have just hit it then. What the hell? Now we're just sad.
Thanks for listening. It's time for us to disappear now. But we'll see you again on the next episode of The Magic Guys.